Hello everybody, this is Moose101, and today I'll be giving you guys my Chaos Hieratic deck profile. I've experimented with the Hieratic engine before with the Light Ray monsters, but I ultimately decided to switch to the Chaos version because it's more consistent. I'll just get right into it. So to start off, I run 3 Hieratic Dragon of Tefnuit. If you control no monsters and your opponent does, you can special summon him from your hand. He's like Cyber Dragon in that regard. And then if you do though, he can't attack that turn. Other monsters you control can, he just can't. And then he also has the effect that all of the Hieratic monsters have that if they are attributed, you can special summon a Dragon-type normal monster from your hand, deck, or graveyard, and make its attack and defense 0. So, he's the best one, because he's the most versatile. You can use him and another copy of himself or any other Hieratic monster and make a play, which isn't true of all the other ones. But I still do run them, which is 3 Hieratic Dragon of Eset. It is level 5, but you can normal summon it without attributing. If you do, its attack becomes 1000. And then once per turn you can target a Dragon-type normal monster you control. All Hieratic monsters you control become the level of that monster. And then it also has that special summon effect if it's attributed. And then to follow those up, I have 3 Hieratic Dragon of Nebthet and 3 Hieratic Dragon of Su. Both of these monsters say that you can special summon them from your hand by attributing a Hieratic monster you control, meaning you will get the special summon of the Dragon-type normal monster. And then both of them say that once per turn you contribute Hieratic monsters from your hand or side of the field to either destroy monsters with Nebthet or spells and traps with Su. So that's the 12 Hieratic monsters that are kind of the core Hieratic engine. Some people don't like to run Nebthet, but I do because you're trying to get as many Hieratic combo pieces into your hand as possible to go off as quickly as possible. And then to back them up, the Dragon-type normal vanilla monsters I run are 2 Serpent and 2 Labradorite Dragon. Both of these cards are tuners. They're also Dragon-type and normal. And Labradorite is dark, Serpent's light. Being the Chaos build, it's important to get a mixture of both. And the Hieratic monsters are all light. So now to move on to kind of the dark engine the deck runs, I have 2 Scarm. Melabranche at the Burning Abyss. I hope I'm saying that correctly. It's Scarm. He has the effect that the Burning Abyss monsters have. If you control no spells or traps, you can special summon him from your hand. And if he's sent to the graveyard, you can, during the end phase, add a level 3 Fiend-type monster from your deck to your hand besides himself. You can't use these effects twice, or you can't use them once per turn, and you can only use 1 effect per turn. Scarm's just our main searching card. There's really not a lot to say about it. And then to back him up, I also run 2 Graff, whose only target in the deck is Scarm. When he's sent to the graveyard, you can special summon Scarm from your deck, basically. So he just lets us get to Scarm a little bit faster than the deck, while also filling the graveyard with dark monsters. This deck does not need its normal summon a lot of the time to still make its plays, so the Burning Abyss engine is useful just to still get those plays off. It gives you consistent access to dark monsters, and it gives you something to do, even if you didn't open with all of your Hieratic combo pieces. So that's the reason I like it. And then back up the Burning Abyss monsters, 1 tour guide, that is your almost always as your search target with Scarm. When normal summon, you can special summon level 3 Fiend-type monster from your deck and negate its effects. Go for Scarm or Graff, they're faction negated so they won't destroy themselves, because normally they would if you controlled a non-Burning Abyss monster. And then make an Axis monster. Very good, very important. And then 1 tour bus. When tour bus sent to the graveyard, you target a monster on the player's graveyard and shuffle it into the deck. So you just put back tour guide, and then you can use another tour guide to play that game. So. And then to back up those, I have 1 Dark Armed Dragon. The deck does not run too many dark monsters. It mostly relies on just being able to search them all and send them to the graveyard. So it doesn't fill up too quickly, so you don't overshoot the summoning conditions for Dark Armed Dragon too often. And 1 Red Eyes DMD, because it's a dragon-based deck, it's a dark monster. Why not run this? It's an incredibly good combo-oriented card. And then 3 Chaos monsters as well, 1 Black Luster Soldier and 2 Chaos Sorcerer, because you run lights and darks, it's a Chaos deck, that's what they're here for. I'm going to not explain those ones because I feel like those are staple enough that most people probably know what those do. For spells, the only non-generic spell I run is 3 Hieratic Seal of Convocation. It just adds a Hieratic monster from your deck to your hand, so you search your combo pieces. The deck's pretty monster heavy, it doesn't run very many spells at all. It's trapline, but also pretty sparse. So, and then just 2 MSTs because back row hurts, and 2 lances because you're oftentimes just making 1 big monster and hoping to kind of let the toolbox ability of your deck to carry you through the game. So it really hurts when you make like a Crimson Blade or something because you're like, oh, this is the perfect card, and then they're like, yeah, bottomless. So Forbidden Lance is useful. One Darkhold, and place Raigeki for now. And then for traps, I'm trying one Vanity's Emptiness because the deck doesn't run too many other traps and it doesn't have any spells or whatever that need to stay on the field continuously. My biggest nightmare with Vanity's Emptiness is that when I try to activate it, my opponent will just TNFST targeting another spell trap I control, but because this deck really doesn't keep spell traps on the field, Vanity's Emptiness is somewhat safe in that regard, and it's just a good trap card, so running it because I can and because it works well with the style of the deck also, which is just make your big boss monsters, try to make a board, challenge your opponent to break it. So, and then just some staple traps though: Bottomless, Torrential, Compulse, and Solemn. If you're making a board and challenging your opponent to break it, you should have some things to back up what you're saying. That is it for the main deck. Alright, so now moving on to the extra decks. So, I run 3 7s, which are just Ancient Sacred Wyvern, Black Rose Dragon, and Clearwing Sacred Dragon. These two are somewhat staple, so I think most people know what to do. Wyvern, though, is a bit more unusual. It requires light monsters as its materials, so this deck is able to make it, and I think that if you can make Wyvern, it's generally a good idea to do so, because while your life points are higher than your opponent's, it gains attack equal to difference. Now, while they are lower, it does lose the attack, but if it sends to the graveyard, you can pay 1,000 life points, and special summon it if it was destroyed by battle. So, Wyvern's really just here because he can be a huge game ender and also a good turn 1 play if they don't really make much of a board, because they're like, well, he's not going to OTK me. If you can just make a Wyvern and swing for all 21, he will double to 4,200, and that is just really, really difficult for him to break. Black Rose and Clearwing, it's just kind of a toolbox, and you can make 7s pretty easily with Nebthet, so that's why those are there. I run 4 8s for now. 1 Hot Red Dragon Archfiend, 1 Star Spark Dragon, 1 Crimson Blader, 1 Scrap Dragon. I might drop the Scrap Dragon just because I don't find myself going into it too much, and you can run whatever 8s you think are best here. These are just the ones that I like because the deck has the ability to kind of pick and choose a little bit, so if I were to drop this, I might go for like another rank 6 monster or something like that. I run 1 9 right now in the form of Chowfang, and the reason I'm running Chowfang rather than like a Trishula or something is that Chowfang doesn't require more than 1 non-tuner, and if I'm making a 9, I'm probably going to be making it by synchro climbing through a 7. I really don't make Chowfang too much, so I'd probably drop him for like another rank 3 monster for use with the tour guide, but use it there as an option. And then 1 Leo. It's very easy to make Leo, again using oh, sorry, actually Leo's not the one that's easy to make. I'm sorry, I had a bit of a glitch there. No. Leo can be made with a combination of like 3 Hieratics, like say a Su, and Nebthet, and also a Tefnuit, so through that same logic you can also make Chowfang, but Chowfang's not nearly as good for the payoff usually, so Leo is good as an option. You also run some level 8s, so sometimes we'll synchro with those. And then the Star Eater is the one that's easy to make using Nebthet, because you just grab Labradorite Dragon, 6 and 5 for 11, so that's it for synchros. Moving on to the Xyz monsters. Right now I'm just running 1 Zen Mains and 1 Leviathan Dragons, and I rank 3s. If I were to drop like a Scrap Dragon or a Chowfang, I'd probably add a Ghost Trick Alucard in here, but that's just it for now. For 6, and then I run 3 rank 6s, and then that's actually it. And that's 1 Hieratic Dragon King of Tomb, 1 Strike Bouncer, and 1 Gauntlet Launcher. Hieratic Dragon King of a Tomb says that you can catch material from him once per turn to special summon a dragon type monster from your deck and make its attack and defense 0. Usually they'll grab like a Red Eyes DMD so you can make some sort of crazy combos with it. It's good at 1. I've never been in a situation where I wanted to make 2, and I don't often make it even in 1 game. And then Gauntlet Launcher and Strike Bouncer are just kind of your more toolboxy rank 6s. If I were to drop a Chowfang or a Scrap Dragon, then I would probably add like Ghost Trick Alucard and then a Constellar Ptolemy big rank 6 dragon thing. But as of course your preference. A lot of this is just trying to find generally good extra deck monsters that you can make with consistency and have the ability to pick and choose, so you can pick the one that's most effective against your opponent's deck. And that's really a lot of how the deck operates. So, that's it for now. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like it and subscribe to the channel. Until next time, see ya!